Welcome back. What a day I had today. Very excited. I did a half marathon. It was good to run with people again. Did the Space Coast half marathon and dun, 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 dun. So got a new medal to add to my collection. This is a big medal, man. It's got a rocket on it, Apollo. So thought I'd share with you guys. I know a lot of you guys ask about my medals that are hanging up in my classroom, so another one to go with my collection. Hope you ate a lot of healthy food, and you know, Mr. Tomloo, he I think it had too much turkey. Let's check in with Mr. Tomloo. I think he ate too much turkey. He might need to exercise some too. Oh, I ate too much turkey. Come on, man. You gonna turn into a turkey, brother. I feel like a turkey. Gobble, 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 gobble. Gobble, 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 gobble. Within the next few weeks, we're going to do some lacrosse skills. As I told you before the break, you're going to need a scoop, some kind of scoop. Now, hey, listen, if you have a lacrosse stick at your house, by all means, go ahead and use that, and you don't have to use the milk jug that I had you make. But I'm going to guess that if not all of you, most of you do not have a lacrosse stick at your house. So most of you will be using this, and that's okay. But you know, if you have a lacrosse stick, please use that. Or you know, Walmart or Target have those cheap toy ones. Those work as well. Or scoops, but you know, this is what most of us will be using. So in today's lesson, you're going to use the scoop that you made and a ball. You can use a tennis ball. If you don't have one, you can also use a sock ball. All depends on where you're playing the game. If you're playing outside, if you're playing outside, you can use a tennis ball or a sock ball, it doesn't matter. If you're playing inside, you probably should use a sock ball. So let's get to the lesson. Hopefully you've already made your scoop. If not, do it in step one. You're going to hold the scoop in one hand. You're going to toss up the ball. Watch it come down. Wherever the ball goes, you need to keep your eye on it. So toss it up and catch it in, let's just call this a scoop, the milk jug. So you're tossing it up and catching it inside. Now if you're outside, you can challenge yourself by throwing it a little bit higher. If you can see yourself consistently missing and you're having a hard time, maybe you're one of the younger students that's watching this video, just do like a little toss. Just toss it a little bit and then move your scoop to wherever the ball is. If you're a little bit older, toss it a little bit higher. If you're one of the 4th or 5th graders, go ahead and toss that ball up and catch it inside the scoop. Now, if you could do that, let's trade hands. Let's put the scoop in the other hand, and it's really the same step. Toss it up and catch it inside the scoop. Boom. Now let's start the ball inside your scoop. Hold it in your dominant hand, toss it up, and catch it inside the scoop. So wherever the ball goes, your eyes have to follow. And again, if you're a younger student, just toss it a little bit, like popping popcorn. If you're an older student, toss that ball up high and let it come down. Either way, your eyes are watching the ball. Now let's switch to our non-dominant hand. Do the same thing with your non-dominant hand. And listen, in any of these steps, if the ball falls down, no worries, we're still learning. So just pick it back up and start it back inside. Give it a shot. Now, one thing about lacrosse is that you're not allowed to touch the ball with your hands. I know in those first couple of steps, we were holding the ball in our hand and tossing it up. And that was building our hand-eye coordination. But in the actual game of lacrosse, you're not allowed to use your hands at all. Your hands can touch the stick, or in this case, the scoop, but they can't reach in and grab the ball and throw it. So, the main thing you gotta practice is scooping the ball off of the ground. If the ball falls on the ground, like it did now, it's still active in the sport of lacrosse. So a player needs to come by and scoop it up. So what I want you to do, put the ball on the ground, get your scoop, and scoop it up. So practice that in this next step. This next step is done better outside. Unless you have a big room to use and you're using a softball. Do not use a tennis ball inside your house. It's best to go outside. For me, I'm filming this and it's already dark outside, so I can't necessarily go outside, but I'm going to show you the step. So the ball is in. Again, we're not allowed to use it with our hand. Can hold the scoop with our hand, but not the ball. So I'm holding the scoop on the handle. So we're going to throw this, and we're going to do both kinds of throws. We're going to underhand throw it, and as you already know, step with your opposite foot. The ball starts by our pocket. So same motion, I'm just now not holding the ball itself, I'm holding the scoop. So you have the ball inside, and you're going to toss the ball out. There's no ball, I need to go scoop it up. In my case, I just threw it into the couch. So, because I'm not going outside. It's better if you go outside. So I'm going to practice that underhand throw. Now be careful. Be careful when you're doing this. You need to keep the opening of the scoop more up as you're bringing it back. So I'm stepping with my opposite foot and I'm doing like a bowling motion, but I'm keeping this up. If I were to not pay attention to that and I would put the opening down as I go back, I don't know if you saw that, but the ball already came out because I put the hole down, and then obviously there's nothing to throw. So nothing's going to go forward. It's laying on the ground behind me because I put the hole of the scoop down. So keep the hole of the scoop up. So step and practice underhand. Last step. Now let's practice overhand throw. Again, I'm still holding the scoop the regular way. Now I'm going to put it in the back. So for you younger students, remember T, L, twist and throw. Older kids, you still do that motion, you just do it quicker. You don't have to think about it as much. Again, the hole of the scoop is facing up so that the ball doesn't roll out. So I see a lot of that when students are using lacrosse sticks. They bring the stick up too high and the ball will roll out. So keep the hole of the scoop facing up. So you're going to keep the ball in the back, same as we've always done. My belly button's now not facing my target, which is my couch over there. And I'm going to step and throw the ball forwards. So T, L, twist and throw. Boom. Boom, let's see what you got. Couple.